Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton, and now I'm going to be covering the Pro Division holes 7, 8, and number 9. So we're going to be wrapping up the front 9 of the weekend final round. Both my accounts are sitting at a minus 15. That's not good. Normally we would be happy with that, on most tournaments, but on this one, the scores are just so high. Minus 15 at the turn in tier 3 is just not going to cut it. So I'm going to need a massive back 9 to even try to get a top 10. But here we go. Let's go. Hole number 7. This has just been a struggle. These wind angles, in my opinion, on the front 9 are just difficult, to dial in, this hole included. We're getting tailwind from right to left, so the wind is blowing aggressively the opposite way of the hole, which means we're going to have to use ourselves a lot of curl to try to get it towards the pin. If you're good at pushing your rings, you need to push instead of pull. Here you can see I'm pulling my rings. We have to zoom way out in order to try to get an accurate pull. You got to make sure here that you don't overpower your shot at all. As a matter of fact, you'd be better off to underpower this a little bit so that you don't carry and get stuck there on the top of the fringe or fairway. But you can see here, I almost snuck a hole-in-one in an unconventional way on this hole. Of course, I was trying to catch the funnel on the back of the green and head down towards the slope. But that was my best shot at this hole. So, hopefully that'll help you out a little bit. But we'll go to hole number 8, where the eagle is much easier to pick up. So hole number 8, we're going to go 5% at max. We're going to go full top, 1 bar, a side spin to the left. Here, this is tailwind. This makes it a really nice, drive. It's always easy to get down here on pro as long as we hit perfect, or a minor great left is typically okay as well. Here we do hit perfect though. I adjust 5% at max distance of my club. You can see here, no overpower, just a normal shot. We do hit perfect. And the ball comes down very nicely. It catches the rough, and then we roll out. And we're getting ourselves a very easy chip in for the eagle. Hole number 9 is very difficult wind angles. So, of course, we're going to be getting back-to-back headwind. We're going to be using a P5 ball in this situation. Now, I would say that if you're somebody that has, those wind resistance 3 balls, power 5, that's going to be even better for you to play with. Anything that we can do to reduce the wind would be better. But I want you to keep in mind that if you're doing that, you might need to adjust your drive a little bit differently than me, because I'm getting aggressive wind, right? 8.5 mile per hour. So with what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use my rock, and I'm going to go with 1 bar of topspin, and I'm going to combine it with 2 bars of side spin to the left. Now you see that max distance is like plus 30, plus 31. I am backing up 10 yards on my drive. The reason that I'm backing up 10 yards is because I know that I have to pull about 10 rings, and I don't really want to be pulling into any sort of overpower whatsoever, as that would make this drive a lot more difficult. So I'm making sure that I back up enough so that I can pull a regular pull and then take a normal shot. Now, I used half a ball of topspin here. I said 1 bar of topspin. I think that's what we need to do, because I do come up short. So I think we need to push this drive a little bit harder. Half a ball of curl to the left. The more distance that we can get on this drive, the better off that will be. Now you see here that even with half a bar of topspin, I still leave a ton of room from the fairway to the rough. That's why I say I would go with 1 bar of top. Okay, now we're going to be playing this one minus 20% at max. I could not get this shot to drop. Of course, when I practiced it, I tried to take just a normal approach, missing way to the right-hand side. What we need to do is we just have to apply curl on this shot number 2. Of course, we're trying to find the funnel. The weird part is the funnel here seems to be going right through the pin at this wind angle, so that's how I'm setting it up. I never feel good about that on this hole. We like to be either to the left or right of the pin, but here it's right at it. Minus 20% at max, and then notice how heavy I go on the curl here. So the left side of my ball is almost covering the blue adjustment zone. There's only a little bit of blue left there. even with doing that, I am still missing to the right hand side. So, if you got a better play on it, that's great. But I took a few practice shots, and of course, I have 2 pro accounts, and this was the closest that I came to getting it to drop, which was my last attempt. So maybe we need a little bit more curl, I'm guessing. But hey, that wraps up the front 9. I hope that you're shooting well. Hopefully you're doing better than a -15 like me. And I'm going to get after it, the back 9. Again, my daughter has homecoming tonight. My wife is out getting her hair, makeup, all that kind of stuff done. So I don't know how many more holes I'll get out, but I'll do my best tonight. But I'll have everything out at least by tomorrow morning. Thanks, everybody.